Indonesia might have the best girl group at the moment in the whole world. Currently, the undisputed champion of the world might belong to Indonesia's Nona.
And this is their first ever live performance.
And our first ever review of them live. This is the only question we have. This could be the decision maker into them holding #1 in the world. Let's see the fan cams. We also got the actual footage.
Whoa.
Come on,
I'm actually
ladies.
so excited for this.
No band, just a -1. Pause. I want to see the actual fucking footage. The audio from there is rough. They're arranged by height.
Yeah.
We got a split going on, like 80-20. I mean, musically fucking speaking, they might fire ship.
She sings.
Yeah,
I don't understand
there's
why
two
they
girls
give her
that
a
proper
split.
sing we know, but
Baila.
so we do have a vocal split going on here, and it's quite generous. Oh, come on! Take the split off. Let me listen to them sing, blood.
Next.
They did release. I want to see Falling in Love. Fuck that shit. If you put Falling in Love with a split, I will be so pissed. Aha!
Okay,
That's raw.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me listen, bro. A little flat, but that's fine. I know they're great dancers. I know they have performing ability. Singing.
Nice freaking transition. That was lovely. Yeah, she can sing. It's just the chorus tough. Yeah, Chaz, I think that's her name.
Yeah, Shaskin.
She got pipes.
She's got pipes as well. I like this split more than the previous split.
I do think
because
it got
I swear
better.
to you, there were like 95 raw here.
It did get better.
It did get better, yeah.
I do think, however, though, they did give them sections in which they were singing completely by themselves, and like I want to see the whole live stream because I think the sections where they have the connectors like between song and song, I think they have in it raw.
Completely raw,
Yeah.
and then they choruses, maybe pre-choruses, they bring in the layers and the splits.
I do think in this particular like big dance songs they have higher splits though, because
makes sense.
the chorus
Well,
are just so crazy demanding. I did.
Well, you
think
would have
about
thought
that.
at the beginning of Fall in Love would have had just complete splits at like 75 towards the
Yes.
song, because they're on the floor doing splits coming around, and those
Yeah.
were completely raw.
And they weren't raw, but they had a lot of forward gain to
Yeah, it was like
the girls.
9-10, bro.
Yeah, I do like what I heard though.
I want to
do-
see back off. They said a new song was coming out. New song. You've never heard this? Oh shit.
They just done so hard.
Their producer is f***ing clean, bro.
Yeah, they're not singing.
Why?
Yeah, they have her forward. They have Baila really forward. However, I
I want to see the actual
don't like
fan
the
cams.
splits, though.
I hate splits. I'm fucking tired of it. Why do you think we stopped reviewing on this channel live music from like other different industries? Korean pop, J-pop. I mean, J-pop doesn't really do it that much. Yeah, like it's like K-pop does it quite often lately for some fucking reason, and it's usually always the girl groups, which pisses me off.
Yeah,
Those
why
poor
are
girl
they
groups.
doing that? Freaking hell. And the thing is, it's not that the girls can't sing live. They can.
They can, bro.
They can, and they really can. They very much can.
It's just like if you give him a tiny bit of criticism, then I think the labels go like, ooh,
And
never
no,
again.
No, we're never doing that
But it's
again.
like, bro, you meant to be a live performer. Like, what do you want?
Well, you know what? I have to give it to Lesera Films team.
Yeah, fuck it.
They said,
Yeah,
okay,
fuck
you
it, fuck it.
criticize me now. Everything we do is
Live,
capella.
yeah, but I don't give a fuck. But okay, so back to Nona. I also feel like I think because if you're gonna compete in Indonesia, very obviously Nona wants to compete in the
Yes.
worldwide scene, not just Indonesia. But I do feel like in Indonesia, obviously people love different types of idol groups in Indonesia. But I do think that what will set Nona apart will be their live singing ability. And two of those members, I know for a fact, Jazz and Baila, right? I know for a fact that those girls fucking slap. They know how to sing, technically very sound. They know how to sing. I just think perhaps in this stage, when it comes to these types of, you know, flooring,
difficult,
floor
isn't it?
techniques, the actual dancing.
It is a little hard when you have a floor sequence and you have some sort of like breathy vocals to go with that. That it's very difficult to be note accurate when you're doing that. However,
This didn't seem to me perfect. If anyone out here is telling you this was the best they could ever do, this was perfect, you're lying.
I do think this is like a very good introduction if you've never met them before and you saw them for the first time
Yeah.
at Head in the Clouds. You're probably going home with a very strong impression of them.
Also, people would have probably not heard the actual discography of them.
Correct.
So they'll probably be
It's
really
a very
surprised with
nice
the 80s
surprise.
vibe,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the whole, you know, funk, retro, R&B funk vibe.
Like sort of like island girl feel, which I really love. I think again, this is a very refreshing concept, but we're yet to see the best.
Yeah, they did shoot as well. They have sick music, bro.
It's good crowd though. See, I'm telling you, she freaking can sing.
Very forward. They're fresh here as well.
They got different gains for the handhelds. Jenna, I've been listening to their music so much. Freaking love their tracks.
that, babe? Yeah. I mean, they definitely not all have the same types of splits.
No, they don't.
I think, however, I don't think they're actually bad singers.
No, I don't think so
actually
either.
think they're good singers. I just think this might have been maybe a production aspect of things.
I also think those choreos are incredibly hard to live up to when you're singing the way that they are.
And they're not gonna have, they're not gonna fucking have dances at this stage of their careers. They're gonna wanna earn people's trust, earns
Yes.
people's ability to purchase, and they make the decisions, the buying decisions for their concerts, for their tours, for their merchandise, for their discography. So
Keep going. I feel like keep going live.
yeah,
Keep
I
doing
just
live stuff.
because everyone's been telling us it's the first performance. Please review it. We thought. We'll do it on the main channel. Let's do this. It is really important because then I think as they evolve and as they grow, we will be able to look back at this first showing and then look at their 50th showing and see the growth, see the because
This is nerve-wracking also, though. This is like an
Yeah.
international showcase
it is
in
an
a way that
international
is
because it's
very
LA,
ruthless.
right?
Yeah, this
It's
is
Los
ruthless.
Angeles. Well, let us know what you thought about it. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. It's a good
bad.
showing. And if you actually compare it to the industry standard of
not
both
bad at all.
pop and idol pop groups, they're in the higher upper echelon. But it's just I'm a bit tired of the whole split thing.
Yeah, I don't-
Hence why if you don't find us that excited, it's because, well, fucking 88 Rising, we know how you roll, bro. They ain't need for any splits. And I think the way these girls got casted was because they were all good singers first.
Correct.
And then it
Where
turns
did
out
they get these girls? I have no idea.
and then it turns out they were also world-class dancers and looked like beauty pageant girls from an island. So
Yeah.
then it's like, what the why'd you put them with a split? But I understand festival mixing is tough. They're debutantes. You're not going to give them all
Yeah,
the
they're not gonna
focus.
have- yeah, they're
You're
not
going to
gonna
give
have
Rich
a lot.
Brian all the focus and Nikki and shit.
Yeah.
You're not going to give. I understand it. I get it. I fucking get it, bro.